Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be talking about student industrial work experience, the benefits that it has over the years, and at the same time, we look at the methodologies, approaches garnered during this student industrial work experience. They are very, very key to all those. A whole number of windows that this student industrial work experience will open. We'll discuss it in full, and the methodologies, approaches, and what you need to do it well and do it so correctly. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. I'll be right back. In this video, I will continue on student industrial work experience. Introduction to student industrial work experience. Student industrial work experience scheme, otherwise known as CWES, is common to tertiary institutions which run courses that require training programs. The need to translate knowledge acquired in the classroom into practice in the industry is very germane to the employability and performance of a trained graduate in the work marketplace. The student industrial work experience is a skill and a training program that is designed to prepare and expose students of universities, polytechnics, colleges of technologies, colleges of agriculture, and colleges of education to industrial work situation that may likely be available or that they may meet after they must have graduated from school. It helps the students to familiarize and expose themselves to handling of machineries and equipment that are usually not available in their institutions. So the main objective of CWES as underlined below. The first objective of CWES is to provide avenues for students in the Nigerian higher institutions or other country institutions to acquire industrial skills and experience in their course of study. So CWES will also help to prepare students for the work situation that they are likely going to meet after they must have graduated from higher institution. CWES will expose students to work methods and techniques in handling equipment and machinery that may not be available in their institution. The fourth objective of CWES is to make transition from higher institution to the world of work easier and thus enhance context for later job placement. That is, the student will be very, very competitive at work. So it also provides students with an opportunity to apply their theoretical knowledge into real life situations or real work environments or situation. So it bridges the gap between the theoretical university work and the actual work practice that is obtainable in the industry. So it also strengthens the employer's involvement in the entire educational process. That is, the employer can take part in the course of training the students that will be made to be available for them for the job situation. And the seventh objective, as listed here, is for the student to develop entrepreneurship abilities for self-sufficiency. So the industrial training and the ITF, they are a body that formulates policies and guidelines on CWES for distribution to all participating institutions. The institutions governing bodies, that is, the governing bodies that are in charge of CWES. They are the NUC, the National University Council, the NBT, the National Board for Technical Education, and NCCE. So student concerns on CWES matters. How does the CWES program concern CWES, and in which areas are they concerned? The first of it is that students must submit their matric number, their phone number, and bank details to their school CWES coordinators, that is the representative in charge of the school or the department. The students must make sure they attend the institution's CWES orientation program before going on to proceed for their attachment. The students must be obedient. They must be so respectful to constituted authorities and adhere strictly to all rules and regulations of the organization where they are eventually attached. They must be punctual, they must be regular in their respective place of attachment. Students must avoid change of places of attachment except in special circumstances which must be determined and approved by their institution's supervisor or the employer or by the ITF. The students must ensure commencement of attachment form. That is, they must fill and ensure the SCAR form, which is the student commencement of attachment form, and the same form must be endorsed or signed by the employer and to be submitted to ITF. Then students must record all training activities and other assignments into the logbook. That is, the logbook must be duly filled and completed. So the ITF Form 8 must also be properly filled and assessed. The students must record all training activities and other assignments in the logbook and complete the necessary forms. And on the final note, the students must be diligent, must be honest and conscientious, and take pride in the protection of the employer's property throughout the period of attachment. So what are the duration in which the students will proceed on their industrial attachment? For universities, they proceed on CWES for 6 months, 6 months duration at the end of their 200 level, 300 level, or 400 level of the degree program. So meaning at times the students would proceed for CWES after their 200 level or 300 level or 400 level. That's for the students of the universities. Then for polytechnics, monotechnics, and colleges of technologies, they proceed on 4 months CWES at the end of their first year of the 2-year ND or National Diploma Program. For the colleges of education, they proceed on 4 months CWES at the end of the second year of their 3-year program. So the forms that are available for CWES, we have the SCAR form, we have the ITF Form 8, and also the employer's evaluation sheets. This employer's evaluation sheet is to be completed by the employer, and some of these forms attract or carries certain marks. Then what are the tips to be noted by the students during their industrial training? Students on attachment are to be supervised by their institutions, that is institutional supervisor and the staff of the ITF. The supervisors are expected to visit the student at least maybe 2 times or as decided by the institution. So they must be visited during the period of attachment. The logbook must be duly filled with appropriate dates, drawings, and a good record of the activities that the students took part in during the period under review. Relevant diagrams, sketches must be provided when necessary. Then the student or the employer of the student must sign and stamp the logbook week in, week out. So that is, the industrial base supervisor must sign and stamp the student logbook weekly. Students will get a monthly allowance which will be paid directly into the student accounts. Then thereafter, the student comes back to the institution to present a seminar about their experiences, their challenges during the period under review. And this industrial attachment, it is to be noted that it is a very valuable exercise for all undergraduates or for most undergraduate programs, and it has a whole lot of advantage. The first of it all is that it consolidates the knowledge of the student. It bridges the gap between the theory and the practice that is obtainable in the industry. Aside from that, it ensures the students are ready for the industries. It makes the students to be fully ready, to be fully employable by the industries. Then in most cases, when you are preparing for fully funded scholarship, so you'll be required to demonstrate some level of professional experience and internship and so on. Some of the experience that you would garner from this placement can be very, very instrumental for you to get a fully funded scholarship, particularly in a situation where your experience really, really counts and is necessary. So we have seen most people that the real job that they got after graduation, or the postgraduate opportunities that they got on a fully funded basis, was majorly because of their experience during their student industrial work placement. So I wish you all the best as you ensure that you partake so well as an undergraduate student in your student industrial work experience. Thank you. On the final notes, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video.